Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce. Oh boy, you were in for such a treat today because we're visiting with the school resource officer from the Wadsworth Police Department, Ben Smith. So good morning, Ben.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Happy, let's see, today is Wednesday, so happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Okay, so of course we want to learn about you, Ben, but today we want to learn about you, but also about the Cops with Kids program because this is so important to Wadsworth. So first of all, tell us about you a little bit, Ben. How long have you been with the police department?
So I'm kind of coming up on 6 years with the Wadsworth PD. I started in 2018. It's my first and only police department I've worked for. Before that, I was in the military. I was in the Army. But this
Thank
is
you,
my,
Ben.
oh, thank you. I appreciate
Mhm.
that. It was an honor. And I'm also coming up on my third year as a school resource officer here in January. So
Very nice. Hey, what do you love about your job being the resource officer?
it's definitely the relationships that I form with the kids. There's approximately 1,600 kids in the high school, so it's like its own little city. And I've had some fantastic relationships. Just being able to get out and talk to the kids, help them work through some issues that they're having. Seeing kids that started out as troubled at the beginning of their high school career and kind of helping them through those issues and then seeing them turn it around by the time they graduate, that has to be the most special part of my job, and that's really the most fulfilling part.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Hey, I often wonder when we talk about resource officers, what do you do in the summer when the school's closed?
So I just work normal patrol. I'm usually assigned to day shift. But then we also have summer camps. We have Safety Town, Safety Forces Camp. We get out and do a lot of community service stuff. Myself and Officer Dan Shunk, the other school resource officer. So we're pretty busy over the summer too. But we typically, if we're not doing camps and things like that, we're on normal patrol with everybody else.
I often wondered that, and I didn't know, I didn't think you got to take the summer off.
I'm pushing for that. I don't think it's going to happen though.
Oh my gosh. I think we have one of the best police departments all around.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
It's so helpful and so professional. And I just so admire that. So,
Thank you.
okay, well, off we go to talk about Cops with Kids because you're spearheading this program.
Correct. So Cops and Kids, this is my first time running the program. It'll be my fifth time participating. I've done it. I've been able to do it every year since I've been with Wadsworth, and it's my favorite event. I'm very excited to be this involved with it. I think it's going to be a blast. It always is. So this year we're taking 33 kids from Wadsworth. Doylestown and Rittman are also participating. They generally bring between 10 to 20 kids each. So we take a lot of kids. This year, each kid will receive a gift card with $250 on it from Wadsworth. So they get to take that gift card and go shopping with us and pick out Christmas gifts and stuff for themselves. And many times they pick out gifts for their siblings, their parents. It's truly a wonderful event. Before shopping, they also get to have breakfast with us, and Wadsworth Fire Department also participates, so they take kids as well. But they get a nice big breakfast. This year, we're going to have a photo booth so that the kids can take photos with the first responders and their parents if they want to. So it's just going to be an amazing event. I'm so excited to kind of lead that and be a part of it.
Now, where do they have breakfast?
So this year, we're going to have it at the high school right here in the cafeteria. It's a nice big space. We're not going to be cramped up at all. It's got a nice big kitchen that we can utilize. So it just makes sense. So it's going to happen here at the high school on December 2nd.
Boy, that is exciting coming up because just to see the kids and they're so happy to be with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The kids, I mean, I still have relationships with those kids and their parents. We still talk often. I know the kids, we've had kids that have gone through the program before that come up to the high school, come up and talk to me about it and talk about how it was such a wonderful program for them. Still see parents from the program that are still so thankful for the opportunity. So it truly is the best time of the year. And these kids are so thoughtful. You would expect them to go in and just buy things for themselves, but a lot of times you see them buying things for their younger siblings and their parents and stuff. So they're great kids that we're so happy to help out during the holidays.
Now, how do you identify that students that you can take shopping?
Yeah, so we reach out to all the elementary schools in the Wadsworth School District, and they identify a list to us, and then we make those calls to the parents and ask if they're interested, and then we get them that information. So the elementary schools, the counselors, the principals, they get together and they identify the kids that they think will need it the most.
Okay, so do you just go randomly shopping? Do they give you a list of things that they need and sizes and things like that?
Yeah, so part of our onboarding process, I guess, is we send them once we identify that they want to go, we
Mhm.
send them forms, and on those forms it asks for clothing size, any special requested items. We get a lot of like shoes, jackets for the winter, things
Mhm.
like that. So we try to get those items first, and then use the remaining money to get them whatever they want. But yeah, the parents can definitely kind of fill out those lines there and tell us what they truly need.
Now, how do you raise the money to take, oh, that's a lot of shopping. That's a lot of money going out. How do you raise that amount of money?
So it's a lot of hard work. We're reaching out to businesses. Businesses are a huge part of the reason we're able to have this program.
Mhm.
Their donations are so helpful. We try to raise about 15. We try to keep about 15,000 for each year, because it does get expensive to buy these gift cards and to buy photo booths and all the activity stuff. So we sell raffle tickets. That's a huge part of the fundraising. We try to be at First Friday events. We try to advertise it on our social media pages. So raffle tickets, advertising to the businesses, and really just word of mouth, trying to get it out there. Hey, if you would like to donate and help these kids, this is how you do that. So it's all community fundraising driven, and every cent that we get goes towards next year's Cops and Kids program.
Nice. Now, how can people buy raffle tickets?
So you can reach out to Wadsworth PD directly. If you just call the non-emergency line, they'll tell you how to do that. You can stop into the lobby at City Hall, the police department lobby or the City Hall lobby, and ask. We have a bunch of tickets still. So just stopping down and talking to one of our dispatchers at the police department, they'll have an officer come up and you can buy as many tickets as you'd like. And they're $1 per ticket.
Boy, and this year you have prizes with the raffle. Now, I don't know if you've had them in the past, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, so we've had prizes in the past.
Okay.
This year we have three prizes. We typically try to have at least three. The first prize is an Xbox Series X, which is it's the newer Xbox. It's really nice. That's a $500 value. The second prize is a 2 hours of free bay time at Big Shots Golf, which is in Akron. It's the same as Top Golf, if you've heard of Top Golf. But
Mhm.
you get 2 free hours of bay time, and then on top of that, you get a $300 gift card to Big Shots to buy, food and drinks and stuff like that for your big group. And then the third prize is Cleveland Cavaliers tickets. We're giving away 4 tickets, and that game is to be determined. But my plan is to work with whoever wins that prize to determine a good date for them to go, so that we're not buying the tickets and saying, "Hey, you can either make this game or you can't." So those are the
Sure.
prizes.
Okay. Now, should I win the Xbox, would you come and hook it up for me? I'm not
Yeah,
so good at that kind of
absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I talk to the kids all the time, and I'm 30 years old, and when I tell the kids at the high school that I still play video games, they're like, what? Like, yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, I still dabble a little bit. So I'll come hook it up for you when you win.
Oh my gosh. Now, where will you go shopping?
So we go shopping at Target. We've done Target the past couple years. In the past, we've also done Walmart. We've had a good partnership with Target. They're very supportive of us. They love having all the kids there and all that stuff. So it's been really nice going to Target over the past few years.
My husband always asked me to stay out of Target because I just want to buy as soon as I walk in. It's so pretty in there and so bright. I'm like, I'm ready to go
I,
here.
I
Yeah,
always know when my wife says we're only going to go to Target for 5 minutes. 5 minutes means 2 hours.
right.
I'm already trained up on it.
Oh, that's for sure. So how many police officers will be shopping?
So we'll have about 30 to 40 first responders, maybe even a little more depending on the turnout. I know we have about 22 or 23 Wadsworth police officers that are participating. We'll have about 10 from the fire department, EMS and fire, and then whoever Doylestown and Rittman decide to send. So you're looking at about 30 to 45 anywhere in between those.
Now, do you take them in your own personal car? Do you take them in a police car?
So that's one of the coolest parts of the event is after we get done eating breakfast and hanging out with the kids, we take a big group picture, and then we have a giant convoy of first responder vehicles. So we have fire trucks, ambulances, police cruisers, SWAT trucks, all the cool trucks that the kids love. We take them out, they pile up in those vehicles, and we turn our lights and sirens on, and we do kind of a mini first responder parade through the city with the kids, and they get to be a part of that. And they love that. That's kind of
Oh,
one of the things they talk about all the time.
oh gosh. I can't even tell you how proud I am of Wadsworth Police Department and Fire Department EMS for doing all of this because it's you're busy anyways on your day to day, and then to add this on top of it, it really takes somebody that has the community in their heart to be able to do this. And I really appreciate you spearheading this program. Something tells me once you get in there and you're doing a great job, I think we'll be seeing you again next year doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope to do this as long as I can. It brings me so much joy to see these kids, get in there and just have a great holiday season and just the thoughtfulness and the connections that we make just from that breakfast and hanging out with them. It's fantastic, and it really does last a lifetime. So yeah, it's very important that we do this every year.
Boy, and you know how people say about oh, the kids, they're so selfish and blah blah blah. And that truly is not the case because I have done this for years with the Medina Kiwanis and took a student shopping, and every one of them make sure that I knew, and I know from the other volunteers too, that they wanted to buy Christmas presents for their family. It wasn't just all about them. It was they wanted to have presents to give as well.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
year, our kid had $50 left, and another kid had run out of money, and that kid wanted some headphones, some wireless headphones, and they were $60, but that kid used his last 50, and then we paid the remaining $10, out of our pocket, to help that kid get another item on his list. So there's a ton of stories of that from all these kids that go, of supporting each other, supporting their families, really caring about their families and wanting them to also have a good Christmas. So it's very touching. It's almost makes you tear up a little bit just because of how generous these kids really are. They're just such great kids, and it really makes the event easy to love. So.
Well, let's give the last instructions here before we say goodbye, because I know you have to get back to work because they expect so much out of you. Yeah. So if you want to buy raffle tickets, you can go to the lobby of the police department or in City Hall. Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, the best spot would be the lobby on the back side of City Hall. They
Okay.
have a phone on the wall right there you can pick up. That'll go to our dispatchers. You just say, "Hey, I'm here to buy however many cops and kids tickets," and they'll send an officer up with those tickets.
Okay, that's great. And then the other thing is if anybody would like to sponsor this program as well, and this will be for next year, right? So that you know that you can do it again next year, which is great planning. And So if any business or person would like to sponsor, to get in touch, it just do the same thing, go to the police department.
Yeah, they
Okay,
can go to the police department. They can contact me through email or the police non-emergency line. Ben Smith, badge number 23. My email is B as in boy, Smith at wadsworthcity.org. So if they just send me an email, hey, we'd like to sponsor next year, we'd like to write you a check, whatever it is, they can reach out to me and I'll facilitate that.
okay. Boy, thank you. This is yet another avenue that the Wadsworth Police Department is so community oriented. And we so appreciate all you do because it that donation and you're taking your time, because I'm sure you're off duty to do this, and to give your time and of yourself so much, and just a memory that will last a lifetime. And for them to know that the police officers and EMS and fire truly care about them in our community. So thank you, Ben Smith. And I just so appreciate you. I know you're looking forward to this, and have a good time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on as well. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, and no charge. I just want you to know that, no charge.
Just an Xbox. Yeah, just an Xbox.
But if I win, I'm calling you.
Okay.
Okay. All righty. Thank you,
Thank you.
Ben.
Thank
Okay.
you.